Picture this. Deep night. You're driving down a deserted highway, and suddenly your car breaks down. A bright light appears in the sky, and then you see them. Beings with enormous black eyes, gray skin, and disproportionately large heads. Sounds like a science fiction movie script. What if I told you that thousands of people around the world have described similar encounters? Today, we're going to talk about the most famous representatives of extraterrestrial intelligence, the Greys. These mysterious beings have become true stars of ufology. But why are they seen more often than others? And are they really connected to those very stories of contact that have been stirring minds for decades? Get ready to learn the whole truth about the Greys, from the first documented encounters to modern scientific theories. This journey into the unknown will change your perception of whether we are alone in the universe. The Greys are a type of extraterrestrial beings whose descriptions are strikingly similar in accounts from people across different countries and continents. Their appearance has become so recognizable that even those who have never been interested in ufology can easily picture them. The classic portrait of a Grey looks like this. Height from 1 meter 20 centimeters to 1.5 meters, thin build, disproportionately large head, and enormous black eyes without pupils. The skin has a grayish-green tint, hence the name. The mouth and nose are practically absent, just small openings. They may have 3 or 4 fingers on their hands, which are long and thin. But what truly strikes observers are their eyes. Witnesses describe them as windows into the abyss, capable of penetrating directly into the soul. Many claim that Greys don't communicate with words, but directly transmit thoughts into human consciousness. Interestingly, descriptions of Greys have remained virtually unchanged over the past 70 years. This raises questions. Either witnesses really encountered the same beings, or their image has become so firmly rooted in mass consciousness that it influences people's perceptions. Although tales of strange beings had existed for centuries, the modern history of the Greys began in the 1940s. It was then that a wave of unidentified flying object sightings swept across America. The first widely known case was the story of Betty Ann Barney Hill. On September 19, 1961, they were driving home through New Hampshire after vacation. Suddenly, they noticed a bright light in the sky that began following their car. What happened next unfolded like a science fiction film. The Hills claimed they were taken aboard a spacecraft where they were examined by beings that perfectly fit the description of Greys. Under hypnosis, the couple reproduced details of their experience, including a star map that the aliens had shown them. This story received enormous publicity and became a template for thousands of subsequent accounts. But most surprisingly, astronomers later confirmed that the Hills star map actually corresponded to the real arrangement of stars in the Reticulum constellation, invisible to the naked eye from Earth. After the Hills story, reports of encounters with Greys began coming in from around the world. People of different professions, ages, and cultures described practically identical beings. Coincidence? Or something more? Ufological research statistics are astounding. About 80% of all alien descriptions refer specifically to Greys. Why not little green men from science fiction films or reptilians? Several theories exist. The first theory is evolutionary. Scientists suggest that if intelligent life develops according to similar laws throughout the universe, then highly advanced civilizations might arrive at similar appearances. Large head, for a developed brain. Large eyes, for better information perception. Thin body, as a result of technological development when physical strength is no longer needed. The second theory relates to perception psychology. Greys embody our deep fears and expectations about encounters with the unknown. Their appearance is human-like enough for us to communicate with them, but alien enough to inspire awe. The third theory is practical. Researchers suggest that Greys might be a kind of workers of a more advanced civilization. Their standardized appearance is explained by functionality. They are created for specific tasks, including exploration of other planets. There's also a bolder hypothesis. Greys are ourselves from the distant future. Supporters of this theory claim that through millions of years of evolution, humanity might arrive at exactly this appearance. Then encounters with Greys are contact with our descendants studying their past. It's interesting to trace the geography of Grey sightings. Most reports come from the USA, especially from Nevada, New Mexico, and Arizona. It's no coincidence that these places are associated with secret military bases and testing grounds. But Greys are not only seen in America. Similar descriptions come from Russia, especially from Siberia and the Far East. In Brazil, Locals have been telling stories about little gray people since colonial times. Australian Aborigines call them Wangina and depict them in rock paintings thousands of years old. Europe doesn't stay aside either. In France, Germany, and Great Britain, reports of encounters with greys regularly come in. Particularly many cases have been recorded near nuclear facilities and military bases. This geographical distribution is thought-provoking. Either greys really show interest in certain regions of Earth, or socio-cultural factors influence how people interpret their unusual experiences. One of the most exciting and controversial topics in ufology is stories about contact experiences with greys. Thousands of people around the world claim they were taken aboard alien spacecraft by these very beings. A typical scenario looks like this. A person is in a secluded place, often late evening or night. A bright light appears. Time seems to stop. The next memory is being in a strange room, surrounded by gray beings. Witnesses describe that greys conduct various procedures, from simple examination to complex medical manipulations. The beings seem more interested in studying than in causing harm. Many note that greys display something resembling curiosity or even compassion. Researcher David Jacobs analyzed more than 1,000 such cases and revealed surprising patterns. In most stories, greys are interested in the human reproductive system, take DNA samples, and conduct hybridization experiments. Sounds incredible, perhaps, but statistics show that people telling such stories are most often mentally healthy, not prone to fantasies, and sincerely believe in what happened to them. What does science say about the gray phenomenon? Scientists' opinions are divided into several camps. Skeptics explain everything through psychological factors. They point to the phenomenon of false memories, when the brain under stress or suggestion creates vivid but unreal images. Popular culture, films, and books could have formed a collective image of the typical alien. Neurophysiologists offer another explanation. During sleep paralysis, a state between sleep and wakefulness, a person may see hallucinations. Interestingly, descriptions of beings appearing during sleep paralysis often match descriptions of greys. But there are also scientists more open to unusual explanations. Astrophysicist Jock Valley suggests that greys might be manifestations of an aspect of reality unknown to us, possibly beings from parallel dimensions or higher levels of consciousness. Quantum physicists hypothesize that greys might be connected to the multidimensionality of spacetime. If their civilization learned to control quantum states, they could appear in our reality and disappear at will. Today, the study of the gray phenomenon has reached a new level. Modern technologies allow analyzing evidence with unprecedented accuracy. DNA analysis of materials supposedly left by greys gives contradictory results. Some samples show protein structures unknown to science. Others turn out to be of terrestrial origin. Studies using lie detectors show that most witnesses sincerely believe in the truthfulness of their accounts. Even under polygraph testing, they don't show signs of deception. Of particular interest are studies of marks on the bodies of people claiming contact with greys. In some cases, microscopic implants made of unknown materials are discovered. Surgeons removing these objects note their unusual properties. They are not rejected by the body and don't cause inflammation. Satellite images and radar data sometimes recur to anomalous objects in places of supposed encounters with greys. Although most such cases find explanations, some remain mysteries. Greys have become an integral part of modern culture. Their image is used in films, books, computer games, and even advertising. They have transformed from objects of fear into symbols of possible contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. Interestingly, greys are perceived differently in different cultures. In the Western world, they are often associated with scientific experiments and technological superiority. In Eastern cultures, they are more connected with spiritual development and ancient wisdom. Psychologists note that the gray phenomenon reflects our deep needs, the desire not to be alone in the universe, fear of the unknown, and hope for contact with higher intelligence. So, who are the greys and why are they seen more often than other aliens? There is no definitive answer to this question. Perhaps they really are representatives of an extraterrestrial civilization studying our planet. Or maybe they are a projection of our collective subconscious, reflecting our fears and hopes. One thing can be said for certain: the gray phenomenon makes us think about our place in the universe. Regardless of whether they are real or not, Their influence on human culture and consciousness is undeniable. What do you think about the Greys? Do you believe in the possibility of their existence? Share your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new episodes about the most mysterious phenomena of our world. Remember, the truth is out there, and perhaps you will be the next one to encounter the mysterious gray beings. Be ready for the unexpected, because the universe is full of secrets yet to be unraveled.